Hello everyone! Welcome to Boise Public Library's Fairytale Storytime. My name is Odessa and I work at the library at Collister. Today I'm going to tell you the story of the Hare and the Hedgehog from the Brothers Grimm. Hedgehog stood outside of his door one morning, hands on his hips, taking deep breaths of the crisp morning air and humming a tune to himself. The tune was neither better nor worse than the songs that hedgehogs are in the habit of humming early in the morning. While humming to himself, Hedgehog felt the urge to go for a walk and see how the turnips were faring in the garden nearby, for his family was excited to eat them. No sooner said than done. Hedgehog took off down the path to the garden. As he turned the corner to get to the turnips, he ran into Hare, who was coming to check on the cabbages. When Hedgehog saw Hare, he bade him a friendly good morning. But Hare, who was very proud and a bit narcissistic, did not return Hedgehog's greeting, but said to him in a lofty manner, "Why are you here so early in the morning?" "I'm taking a walk," said Hedgehog. "A walk?" smirked Hare. "On those short stubby legs? Good luck with that." This made Hedgehog very angry, for his legs were perfect for a hedgehog. His legs easily allowed for him to burrow into the ground and roll himself up into a ball to protect himself. In fact, he couldn't think of anything better for a hedgehog to have. So, Hedgehog looked at Hare and said, "You seem to think that you can do more with your legs than I can do with mine." "That's just what I think," said Hare. "That can be put to the test," said Hedgehog. "I bet you that if we run a race, I will win." "That's absurd. You with your short legs," exclaimed Hare. "But for my part, I am willing, if that is what you really want. What shall we bet?" "A piece of gold and a bottle of wine," said Hedgehog. "Done," said Hare. "Now let's shake hands on it and begin at once." "Oh, not yet," said Hedgehog, "for I have yet to eat breakfast. I will go home and eat, and in an hour and a half I will return to this spot and race you." At this, Hedgehog headed for home, for Hare was willing to wait. On his way, Hedgehog thought to himself, "The Hare trusts his long legs, but he is too proud and full of himself. I will have to come up with a plan to get the better of him." When he came home, he saw his wife, and an idea popped into his head. "Quickly," he begged, "put on my hat and come with me to the garden." "What is going on there?" asked his wife. "I have made a bet with Hare for a piece of gold and a bottle of wine. I am to run a race with him, and you must help me." "You did what?" his wife cried. "Have you lost your wits? What can make you want to run a race with a hare?" "Please, my dear wife, I have a plan to best Hare, but I cannot do it without you. Please come to the garden." Deciding it would be entertaining to see what transpired, whether her husband won or not, Hedgehog's wife put on his hat on her head and went with him to the garden. "Now this is my plan," said Hedgehog to his wife. "This row of beets shall be our race course. We will start our race from here at the beginning of the trench and end it over there. Hare shall run in one furrow and I in the other, so he will not see me. When he comes to the end of the furrow on the other side, you will sit up and cry out to him, 'I'm here already.'" So his wife walked to the end of the furrow and hid herself among the beets. As Hedgehog watched his wife duck down at the end of the row, Hare came up behind him. "Well, shall we start?" said Hare. "Oh, yes, yes," said Hedgehog. "Let's begin." "Okay, so both at once," said Hare, and each placed himself in his own furrow. Then Hare counted. 1, 2, 3, go! And off they went like the wind down the row of beets. Hedgehog only ran about 3 steps and then stooped down in his furrow and stayed quietly where he was. So when Hare came on at a full run at the end of the row of beets, Hedgehog's wife met him with a cry, "I'm here already!" Hare was so shocked that he didn't even consider that the hedgehog before him was not the one that started the race. For Hedgehog and his wife did look similar. He did, however, think to himself, "Well, this was not done fairly," and so he cried, "Let's do this again! Let's race again!" And once more he took off like the wind in a storm, so much so that he seemed to fly, and Hedgehog's wife crouched down in her furrow. When Hare reached the start, Hedgehog cried out, "I'm here already!" Hare, quite beside himself with anger and frustration, cried, "It must be run again! We must race again!" "All right," said Hedgehog. "We can run as much as you like." So Hare ran 73 times more, and Hedgehog always held out against him. Every time Hare reached either end of the rows, either Hedgehog or his wife said, "I'm here already!" At the 74th time, Hare could no longer reach the end, and he laid himself down in the middle of the row and took a nap, for he was exhausted. As for Hedgehog, he took the piece of gold and the bottle of wine he had won and thanked his wife for her help. They walked home side by side, giggling as they went. The end. Thank you for joining me today for our story. And for more virtual content or online resources, please visit boisepubliclibrary.org. Thank you. Have a good day.